Okay, so today I'm going to pose a question that has stumped scientists and academics alike for centuries. How do I adult? So I'm 20 years old, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it feels very old, and I still sometimes think I'm 16 or 18, but sadly I am no longer that age and I do not live with my parents. I live on my own, and I don't know how to adult. The other day, me and my friend Brittany went to the shop across the road. She had to buy, usual things like food, and I think she bought like some stamps or something, normal kind of things. Guess what I bought? A bat. Okay, granted, it's amazing, and it's so fluffy, and bats are like one of my favourite animals ever, but this is not how you adult! You're supposed to spend your money on, food and necessities and bills, not on cuddly toys. Which is another thing. I don't have any food in my cupboard at the moment. All I have in my fridge, aside from milk, which is essential for tea, is cheese and mayonnaise. Like, that is not a meal! And the only reason I don't have anything in my cupboard or fridge is because I've procrastinated going out shopping for like 5 days now, and I'm just using up old tins of mackerel to keep me going and be sustained. This, again, is not how you adult. So I was supposed to get up early today and do work, and granted I did get up early, but I did not do my work, and I instead pissed around on the internet until 1 PM. And basically I found this website called, if you just type in the Nostalgia Machine into Google, you'll come across it. And basically you set the date, you set the year for whatever you want, and it gives you the top music tracks from that year. So I basically spent my afternoon inside a 2002 disco avoiding my responsibilities and my work. But I think getting to the root of it, one of the main problems I don't know how to adult is because I don't feel old enough to adult yet. I don't feel old at all. And it kind of concerns me because I don't know if I ever will. I think one of my feet is going to be firmly placed in Neverland with the children and Peter Pan for the rest of my life. Which I'm kind of fine with, but eventually you kind of need to grow up and have some responsibilities. And I actually asked my dad this. I asked him when he started to feel like an actual grown-up and an adult, and he said when he brought my older sister home from the hospital. So, according to my dad, I need to actually have a life in my hands before I feel old. Although, today I did accidentally stumble across a quicker but definitely more cringy way of making you feel old. It is looking back at old videos of yourself when you were drunk and you were a teenager. Yay! And oh god, you watch these videos and you suddenly realise how young you were. We were behaving like absolute drunken idiots, and it was only on like 4 bottles of WKD. Like, that's not enough to get a mouse drunk. Oh god, and it's so bad. But I think there's a lesson to be learned there, is that you only feel old or older when you're looking back on your life. I don't feel grown up at all, like me and myself. I don't, I've got a moustache on my top. I don't feel old at all. But looking back on those videos when I was like 16 or 17, I think, oh god, you were a child, and I am not you anymore, I am old. When you look back and you cringe that you realise how childish you were then and how much older you are now, I guess. So I guess you kind of need that comparison to really think about how old you are at this point in time. So if you ever feel like you're too young, or you feel like you're not old enough, just look back on awful cringy videos of you when you were young, and comparatively you will see how much older you are now. Bye!